Well, we're going to have to talk about this one then, aren't we? Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal. Where do we start? That's right. It's one that no Newcastle fan wants to see. Bruno Guimaraes saying he would be interested in a move to Arsenal. Arsenal also interested in Bruno, and they have said they would be willing to start the bidding at about 60 million, which, as a Newcastle fan, I think is pretty fucking insulting. I want to start off by saying here that at the end of the day, this is football. This happens. Players move on. Clubs move on. It happens. I could quite easily come on here and blame Eddie Howe and the club's failings last season for all of this, but realistically, it's just football. And by the sounds of it, this one's been all agent driven. Newcastle maintain that Bruno isn't for sale. Arsenal have not made any club to club contact yet, and Bruno himself hasn't put in a formal transfer request. But there are rumours, though, that he has agreed personal deals with Arsenal. But again, there's no formal offer on the table. I'm sure once upon a time this was called tapping up. Anyway, there has been rumblings that Bruno wants a new contract with Newcastle, which hasn't been given to him. And I'm saying now, there is no smoke without fire. I don't think the agent would be acting on behalf of the player without Bruno say so. The thing that gets me as a Newcastle fan, though, that if Bruno has asked for the move, then all this talk of I'm Newcastle through and through and I want to be a club legend here, it all goes up in smoke. You're the club captain and you don't ask for a move when times get hard. Gordon said months ago that he was after a new challenge. Fair enough, crack on. Tonali wants the London lifestyle and money to go with it. Again, fair enough, crack on. The difference of those two, though, they made their intentions very clear at the start, and we can all move on. If we look at this from a footballing perspective, Newcastle finished 12th last season, very underwhelming in the Premier League. Had an okay Champions League run before getting annihilated by Barcelona. City knocked out both clubs twice, and we got beat by newly promoted rivals twice. Arsenal, meanwhile, won the Premier League, got the final of the Champions League and the League Cup, and beat their rivals Tottenham 4-1 twice. So, from the player's point of view and the world class talent that Bruno has, which club looks more attractive? It's going to be Arsenal. Looking also at the fact that Bruno's 29, he's got to be thinking of his future and thinking he hasn't got long left in his career to win what he wants to win and achieve all he wants to achieve. Has he got a better chance of winning things elsewhere than Newcastle? Probably yes. But at the same time, you don't commit your future to the club with the intentions of wanting to leave. And of course, this one would sting like a bitch if he did decide to go to Arsenal or any other English team. If it was somewhere abroad, it might soften the blow just that little bit. But another English team, it wouldn't sit well with me. He's always banging on about the love for the club and being an adopted Geordie, and until this point, I couldn't fault him for what he's done for the club. He came into a League Cup trophy, he's dragged out of situations in the past, the passion with which he plays couldn't be replaced. But as the captain, if you are going to try and push for a move when we're in the state that we're in, it's just a low blow. Am I angry? No, just very disappointed. It's one I hope doesn't happen, and I hope he does stay at Newcastle. But at the same time, I think this legacy's been tarnished. And having seen this before with Alexander Isak, I am bracing for heartbreak. So let us know your thoughts, Newcastle fans. Drop us thoughts, much appreciated. Cheers for watching, and I'll catch you after.